What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Lady K, coming at you with another episode of Get Your Hustle On. Wanted to come on today to talk to you about morals and values. Now, before I go any further, I gotta do the housekeeping. I come on and I try to keep it so quick that I forget. Sometimes I try to do it up front. If you like the content that your girl is putting out, then like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate all of you and I thank all of you who have already subscribed, but I hope that you're sharing so that others can get the value that I'm putting out there just to add another bright spot in the world. Also, the music that is played on my show, I do not own the rights to it. So now, I wanted to talk to you today about morals and values. Where I live, we just recently had a senseless school shooting that resulted in a young man losing his life. I don't know all the details. All of the details have not been released. However, the rumors are that it has something to do with the game. If it did or if it didn't, it just made me think about a gang. When I think about a gang, I think about uneducated people that are not in school, that dropped out of school, that don't have any active family members in their life. Now, I'm not saying this was the case because I don't know, but that's what I think of when I think of a gang. Now, sometimes that's not the case. On TV, they portray it both ways. Sometimes you want to be um, in something that, these people got your back. They're like a family. So that's why I'm thinking of people that don't have an active family or are not in school. Anyway, I just wonder what values we are teaching these millennials. Have we really put forth the effort to show the millennials the value of life and just values in general? I say that because we're out here. We have Black Lives Matter. We're chanting that. We've had so many killings from law enforcement. We can't ask law enforcement to value our life if we're not even placing value on our life. You can't ask someone to pay for your 1950 El Camino that's rusted and about to fall apart, and you're saying, oh yeah, this is the El Camino, and they don't make these anymore, it's valuable. But it doesn't look valuable. You didn't treat it like it was valuable. It's a rust bucket. So I just wanted to say, we've got to be the example to show people how to treat us. You have to love you some you. You got it. If you have a man, if you don't have a man, you never know who's paying attention when you walk into a room. So you got to come in there snatched, honey. That's another reason why I said in a couple of episodes back, let's not be out here at the grocery store with these bonnets on. But that's a whole nother thing. That's a value and a moral. My mother taught me you don't go out the house looking any kind of way. Just saying. Now, maybe it was an emergency and you just had to run and grab something. Okay, things happen, but just in general, people be out here meandering around with them pajama pants on and those bonnets on like people don't know that that's the sleep cap. Anyway, don't get me on my soapbox for that. Morals and values have got to be instilled in these young people. I remember growing up and your parents say, clean your plate, eat your vegetables, clean your room, and you're like, man, when I grow up, I'm never gonna make my kids eat no Brussels sprouts. I'm never gonna make my kids eat broccoli and blah 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 blah. That was something your parents were trying to instill in you, that you needed the nutrients. You can't just live off of junk. You can't live off of Twinkies and whatever else was back in my day. I don't even like Twinkies, but I thought about it. You have to teach them something. And I hope you heard the words of the first song that I played, and it said, you've got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. And if you're not teaching your children anything, how can they pass down something? If, you know, I know that You don't have to teach children to be bad. You have to teach them to be good. You have to teach them the difference between right and wrong. So you've got to have some values. You've got to be, even if you don't have children, you never know if the neighborhood children are paying attention to you. You never know if the children in your church are paying attention to you. You never know if your coworkers are paying attention to you. There's some things that happen at jobs that they're like, oh no, she would never do that. I've never seen her behave like that. Something had to happen. And that's because, people carry themselves a certain way. Now, if you're the one that's always causing problems at your office, when something goes down, they might look at you and you be like, I wasn't even here that day. Well, that is normal because that's what you portray. That is what they saw of you. But if you have a good moral fiber and a good set of values, it's displayed. I did a tribute to Queen Latifah. She's always been classy. We have a gentleman at my job who is he is resigning to go on to bigger and different things. And he was a class act. I mean, he was always in a suit, has a good rapport with everyone. When you see him, it was just, he commanded attention. Not arrogant attention, but a respectful attention. And that's the type of stuff that you just don't see anymore. I mean, I love a good pantsuit, but I don't think I could wear a suit to work every day. I enjoy the dress down Fridays and appreciate the times that we are allowed to wear jeans, but I do dress appropriately, or at least I think I try to. I try not to come in, I don't. There is no try. I don't go to work in workout attire. I don't wear leggings and a shirt. I just don't think that is work attire in the office. That's me. I'm a little old school. But values, morals, my mother taught me to dress appropriately and to cover up. I'm married. I'm a mother. So some things I'm just like, oh, I can't be out here wearing that because I have a uh, moral instincts that are like, don't get caught out here in that. You can't wear that. I used to work in retail in plus size clothing for almost 10 years. Well, over 10 years actually. No, right around 10 years. Anyway, my point is, just because they made it in my size didn't mean that I had to buy it. So that's just a little tip there, ladies. Anyway, morals and values and being that person to display them. This is your girl, Lady K, saying, dream big, get your hustle on the right way. You've got to stand for something so you won't fall for anything. And be the light in the community that sets a moral standard and displays good values. Peace, y'all.